Good afternoon, Cross Timbers. Today is Monday, October 24th, 2016, and I am Krista Bowman. In campus news, Tarleton faculty and students arrived back Saturday from the 89th National FFA Convention and Expo in Indianapolis. Faculty and students assisted in running 4 national FFA contests as well as working Tarleton's booth at the Expo. Among highlights for Tarleton, junior ag education major Ashley Willitis was elected to 2016-2017 National FFA officer team. Others honored at the 89th Expo include 50 Tarleton students who received their American FFA degrees. The American FFA degree is awarded to less than 1% of the 629,000 national FFA members and is one of the organization's highest honors. In addition to their degree, members receive a gold American FFA degree key commemorating their achievement. Taylor Williams, who is also a Tarleton student, was honored at the FFA Expo and won an Agricultural Proficiency Award for small animal production and care. In other campus news, Friday night was the LV Risinger Bonfire. Students, alum, and community members flooded to the Tarleton Ag Center Friday evening to witness what is claimed to be the state's largest bonfire. The event included the lighting of the bonfire, music from The Sound and the Fury, appearances from the Purple Pooh, and the crowning of the Tarleton Homecoming King, Wacy Horton. Saturday, Tarleton's homecoming ended with a loss from Texas A&M Kingsville. During halftime of the homecoming game, senior Kelsey Goodwin was crowned 2016 Tarleton Homecoming Queen. In local news, Somerville County Crime Stoppers will be hosting its annual National Night Out on the Square in downtown Glen Rose. The event is set from 4 to 7 p.m. Saturday, October 29th. National Night Out is a public safety program that promotes crime prevention through communication and partnership among neighbors and public safety. The local officers, firefighters, and first responders will be individually recognized starting at 5 p.m., and children will have a chance to visit with the emergency responders, learn safety information, and even explore emergency vehicles. Among the other activities scheduled for National Night Out include a bounce house for the kids and patriotic music provided by a DJ, Shelly Starnes. For more information about the event, call 254-897-9252. And now, today's Texas, national, and international news from the Associated Press. In state news, Lubbock police say a man shot a person who was starting a fire after breaking into his home. Police say the burglary suspect was shot in the stomach early Sunday morning. He was taken to the hospital with injuries that were not life-threatening. The family told police they were sleeping when the suspect broke in. The father said he warned the suspect that he had a gun, police were on their way, and that he should leave. He also told police that the suspect started to pour lighter fluid on the carpet and tried to light it. The father then told the suspect to stop or he would shoot, but the suspect began approaching him until he could no longer back up. The suspect was then shot. In national news, a tour bus returning home to Los Angeles from a casino trip ran into the back of a semi-truck on a highway in California early Sunday. 13 people were killed in the crash that also injured 31 others. A maintenance crew had just slowed down traffic on Interstate 10 before the 2 vehicles crashed just north of the desert resort town of Palm Springs. The bus was carrying 44 passengers and was accelerated at speeds much higher than that of the semi-truck. The bus was coming from Red Earth Casino, which is located in the community of Thermal, about 135 miles southeast of Los Angeles. The crash came 2 years after a FedEx truck veered across an interstate median north of Sacramento and slammed into a bus full of high school students, killing 10 people. In international news, Iraqi Kurdish forces pushed towards Mosul on Sunday. The forces closed off 8 villages and came within 5.5 miles of the northern part of the city, which is held by the Islamic State group. The closed-off area measures to a total of 38 square miles. the success in securing a major stretch of highway, 8 car bombs were destroyed in the operation, including 3 by U.S.-led coalition aircraft. This offensive near a town in Iraq came just a week after the Iraqi government announced the start of the long-awaited Mosul offensive. The Islamic State put up stiff resistance in many areas and have carried out attacks in further diverting attention from the Mosul operation. The Mosul offensive involves more than 25,000 Iraqi troops and as well as the U.S.-led coalition aircraft and advisors. Brigadier General Howard Hekmet, a spokesman for the Kurdish forces, says 25 troops have been killed in the offensive. And now for more national and international news, we turn to the AP News Minute.
This is AP News Minute. The latest national polling gives Hillary Clinton a 12-point lead over Donald Trump, just 2 weeks from Election Day. Early voting starts in parts of Florida. Trump will campaign later today. Polls show a tight race in that state, which the Trump campaign sees as critical to any victory. Meanwhile, President Obama continues campaigning in California for Hillary Clinton. He has 2 events today and will pause long enough to be a guest on the Jimmy Kimmel Show. A weekend of gambling turned deadly on a California tour bus Sunday. 13 people were killed and 31 injured when the bus slammed into the back of a semi-truck. Investigators say the bus was going much faster than the truck when it plowed into the rear of the trailer. And comedian Bill Murray needed no translation when he received this year's Mark Twain Prize at the Kennedy Center last night. After receiving the bust of Twain, Murray handed it to a man in the front row and urged the crowd to pass it around. Tom Ritchie, Associated Press, with AP News Minute.
In sports-related news, in the game of the University of Oklahoma versus Texas Tech, records were broken. The NCAA record was broken for combined offensive yards with 1,708 this past Saturday, both of which finished with 854 yards apiece. The previous record was 1,640 yards between San Jose State and Nevada in 2001. Also, Tech's quarterback Patrick Mahomes II tied for the FBS record of passing yards with 734 in the game against the University of Oklahoma. Washington State's Connor Holiday achieved the previous record in 2014. Mahomes' 819 total offensive yards also set a new FBS record. Today's weather report was brought to you by the National Weather Service. Today's forecast includes mostly sunny skies with a high of 81 degrees and the slight winds from the southeast at 5 miles per hour. Tonight's forecast is partly cloudy with a low of 61 degrees and slight winds from the south at 5 miles per hour. Today's broadcast was produced by Jessica Barrow and Jared Gaddis. Don't forget to tell your friends about us and become a fan of Texan TV News on Facebook. Tune in tomorrow for the latest news from the Tarleton State University campus in Stephenville, Texas.